Curse of Strahd. I hope you're all ready to find out what this party has in store for their lives here in the setting of Barovia. Of course, as always, a little bit of housekeeping before we launch into session. We would like to thank our sponsors, D&D Beyond, that is D, the letter N, dbeyond.com, where you are able to find all sorts of play material and specifically centered around 5e, and as well as a bunch of homebrew content, and including content from Critical Role, if that's what you're into. We would, of course, also like to thank Lucky Dice Cafe and Station Retro for hosting our DM, Captain Sack, who is there currently playing a live game at, does he say? I think he said earlier. Yes, he is at Lucky Dice tonight. Playing a Star Wars Edge of the tomorrow they're playing Star Wars Edge of the Empire. Tonight they're tracking down the next member of the Noose. So if you're looking for a live game, head on over there if you're in the Huntsville, Alabama area. And of course, without further ado, when we last left our heroes, they had just finished, well, killing the Burgomaster, because that always sounds like a good idea. Did you change the position for your camera, Mom?
No.
It's taking the one in front.
Because it's registering your laptop camera.
Yeah, I don't know what I did. Kind of should have did that before the game started.
I didn't even notice. But you can go into settings and you should be able to change that. Anyway. And as they were leaving through the forest, they came across a camp. And I will read out the description again for those that missed it. The woods part to reveal an expansive clearing, a small grass-covered hill with low houses built into its sides. Fog obscures the details, but you can see that these buildings feature elegantly carved woodwork and have decorative lanterns hanging from the sculpted eaves. Atop the hill, above the fog, is a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a large tent with a column of smoke pouring through the hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. Even at this distance, you can smell the odors of wine, horses that emanate from this central area. So this is what our party has managed to find. What are you guys doing?
Going forward, I guess. Anybody else has any? Looks quite enough. Probably.
I start moving forward.
Okay. So as you approach, you're basically climbing up the hill. Do you want to investigate one of the houses first, or are you just going to head right up?
I just start going straight up the hill.
Okay. So
I guess we're all following. I'm following.
I'm following.
Okay. In front of each of so this hovel here that you can see, a grim, gray-cloaked figure stands in front of the door to this house.
Feels awkward.
That guy looks kind of...
In a clearing in the forest.
Okay. I just couldn't say where everyone was on the map.
Top right.
Okay.
So keep moving.
There he is.
You were already on the map.
Excellent.
Nice. Nice.
What's up with the guy?
Well, he seems to just be watching you guys as you move. So
I keep moving.
I give him like the double pump. And I just keep going.
okay. I am attempting to try and make this better, and there's nothing I can do except
Happens.
sit further back from my computer screen.
Do you have your light facing you?
No, it's facing the back wall. It's literally just because Roll20, the map on Roll20 is too light.
Oh.
See, this isn't an issue on Monday nights because I just pull up Discord because it's on dark mode to fill one screen and Zoom takes up the other. So, and I have the light covered. So,
It's nice when you're up there.
anyway, hopefully we can still hear me fine.
You're fine.
Do that thing that I forgot to do earlier. Yep. Because I forgot to update the Twitch. So, give me 1 second. I'm going to quickly do that. The guard just seems to kind of be watching you guys. But doesn't do anything because nobody approaches him.
Mm-hmm. I pay him no heed. I keep him moving up the hill. Boo. Do-do. 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 Do-do-do. Do-do. Do-do-do-do-do.
Alright. Now that that's updated. Okay. So, as you approach, you're seeing, like, the wagons are all unhitched, and the horses are all hitched to stakes in the ground surrounding this main tent.
Okay.
The hilltop is covered with steaming piles of horse dung. More than 24 horses are tethered to stone blocks inside the circle of wagons, but outside of the tent. Most of the animals are draft horses, but a few of them are riding horses equipped with saddles.
Interesting.
Central location for all the vehicles. It's weird.
It's perfect for keeping yourself covered, especially if you don't want to be attacked. It routes everything. But I think this is the perfect setup.
For what?
To defend themselves.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say ambush.
No. You wouldn't want to ambush on a hill. Maybe at the top of a hill. But not likely. Okay, so I'll reach up to right up here.
Okay. So you were right next to that one. You hear heavy snores from within this barrel-topped wagon, which is this one up here.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one here is this barrel-topped wagon is filled with the raucous screams and laughter of children.
At least they're not bandits. I keep moving. Keep yourselves on guard.
The horses kind of whinny and nicker as you walk by them. But other than that, don't really give you too much reaction.
Mm-hmm. I keep walking around seeing if there's anybody out.
I'm just at the horses. Like, hey guys, I hope you're doing great. You seem fit for the job.
As you pass this wagon, loud voices and laughter spill from this barrel-topped wagon.
All right. Okay, I keep looking. I eventually see the opening, I assume.
Yep. Piled outside the piled outside the wagon are several empty casks of wine. From inside the tent comes the crack of a whip, followed by the howls of a young man. 3 sputtering campfires fill the tent with smoke, and through the haze you see 6 Vistani passed out in various places on the dead grass. A barely conscious and shirtless teenager hugs the central tent pole, his wrist bound with rope and his back streaked with blood. An older, larger man in studded leather armor lashes the younger man with a horsewhip, causing him to scream again. Standing in the bigger man's shadow, a third man also clad in studded leather armor. Easy, brother, he says to the whip-wielding brute. I think Alexei has learned his lesson.
I'm assuming this is in the middle of the night.
It's about mid-afternoon.
Okay.
What is this? Stone Age?
Welcome to Barovia.
Also, gypsies will have their own code.
Mm-hmm. I walk up to the front, make my presence known.
They both turn to you and cross their arms. What can we do for you, stranger?
We noticed this encampment and wondered if there was anything to trade.
To trade. Depends on what it is that you are looking for.
Food, basic supplies, maybe some weaponry.
Weaponry we can't help you with, but the others. Food and basic supplies, I mean, that we might be able to trade with you for.
It seems like you guys have been here for a while. How long have you been here?
Well, it's a good spot.
Agreed.
Does it tell me how long they've been here? That's a good question. We've been here for a couple months at the very least. I don't know, things get... The days, they all tend to meld together.
I know. It's a pain. A couple months. Have you been attacked by anything?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
So just basic wolves, then?
Wolves. Things that go bump in the night.
Fair enough. Alright. Are you willing to trade?
Of course.
Good.
What kind of host would I be if I wasn't?
I turn around and yell at the crowd. You guys have anything to trade? Here's the place. Oh, wait, where'd I go? Did I just delete my token?
I don't think so.
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
Oops. This is what I get for trying to semi-clean my keyboard.
Should have did that before the session.
See, that requires planning, and I don't do that.
Should have did that before the session.
Sorry, just give me a second. I have images to give you, and it's one of those, like, I'm all prepped for the next area, and then forgot that I'm having you guys come here. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. And
Yeah, just DM'd
literally forgot the 2 NPC images I have for this.
Guys, I've been building this home. The foyer and the front hallway looks great. All the living room, the kitchen, everything is done. Shit, the doorway.
So this is the guy who you are talking to.
Hmm.
I think. Yes. Yes, it is.
I'm Crumb, by the way.
It is good to meet you, Crumb. My name is Luvash. Although, you all look like you're sturdy 7 adventurers, perhaps you can help redeem this poor sap's honor.
Can I whip him?
That wasn't what I had in mind.
I have this whip and everything.
It looks like a very sturdy whip, but that wasn't what I had in mind.
No, we don't need
Nobody
a
ever
whip
lets
for
me
the
whip anybody.
look at his back. He's learned his lesson.
What is it that you need?
Well, my my daughter has gone missing, in so much that she was kidnapped.
Hmm.
She's been gone for just over a day.
How do you know she was kidnapped? If it's only been a day.
Where's the kid gonna go in this hellhole?
And most of my people are out scouring the woods right now, but nobody's come back with her in 24 hours. She couldn't have gone far. She's a child.
Hmm.
Well, what's her name?
It's actually written here. Hang on. Her name is Arabella. Arabelle, not Arabella. Arabelle.
Erabel.
A-R-A.
Ara.
B-E-L-L-E.
Arabella.
Hi, Rebel.
Arabelle. Sorry, now you got me saying it.
Sorry, yeah, I know that was my fault. So the first one is the guy who was whipping the boy tied to the pole. The other one is the one who told him to stop.
Stop it. Get some help. Sorry.
What did this young man do?
Well, considering the daughter's probably missing, and he was probably guarding her.
I wasn't asking you.
Luvash touches the tip of his finger to his nose and then points at her. You have it exactly right. He was supposed to be watching her.
His failure.
Exactly.
I would have punished him more severely.
Well, if she doesn't come back alive, he knows what his punishment is.
Good.
Now, if you might be able to track her down and rescue her.
What would we get if we did?
I mean, you would save a little missing girl. Isn't that reward enough?
I have some potions
No.
that I'd be willing to allow you to... I would be willing to part with them. They're of better quality than what I'm currently willing to give you.
Fair enough.
But that is if you bring her back alive.
That sounds reasonable.
And how old is she?
She is 7.
Oh no, she's like
What does she
Has
look
she
like?
wandered off before?
Never. She doesn't really wander off.
What does she look like? What was she wearing?
He gives you a description that she's dark-haired, it's long. She's maybe 3 feet. Slim, she was wearing a blue peasant's blouse with a black skirt that had intricate needlework around the hem.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's plain clothes, but they're nice enough to show that she's the chieftain's daughter.
Yep.
Okay?
High quality plain clothes.
Yeah. Decca, if I remember correctly, you received a letter, didn't you?
Yes, it
To
did.
get you to Barovia? You recognized Aragal, by the way, and he recognizes you. Because he's the one who handed you the letter.
Okay. You.
Me?
Yes.
It's good to see that you found your way. Did you find the young lady
Yeah.
that you were looking for?
From one to another, it seems.
Good to know. He actually turns and glances up at Gwensarda,
Mm-hmm.
and he just kind of smiles. And then I need a perception check from you, please. Ophi, you can give me one as well.
But just Gwinsarda and Opie?
Yeah, just the two of them.
Okay.
Because they're the only two that it's going to mean anything to.
Okay.
You watch as he kind of gives you a signal that he has more information, but it's not information that he wants to share in front of his brother. And then you watch as he discreetly gives you the symbol for 4 against the side of his cheek in Thieves' Cant. And then, you watch as he just taps his wrist twice. Which would basically be telling you, it's 4 wagons if the top wagon is considered 12 o'clock. That's the wagon he's telling you to meet him at.
So that one there.
Yeah.
That's the most convoluted use of Thieves' Cant ever. I love it.
It's the whole point of Thieves' Cant.
I know, it's great.
Well, while you figure this all out, Crom, I'm gonna go take a walk. Then I just wander off.
I'll join you. Okay, let's take a walk around and see what we can find. Crom's got this all handled.
Yeah, Aragal mentions, well, why don't you allow me to escort you to fine ladies around our encampment? And then he strides out with the 2 of you, and I'm going to reconcile that in just a second. The rest of you are willing to trade, and Luvash is willing to trade with you. Are you going to trade now, or are you going to wait till you attempt to go get his daughter back?
I'd like to talk to the man that's just been whipped.
Sure, you can do that. So
The
you
breathing of Luvash down down his throat.
Oh no, he seems to just be ignoring the young man now.
Okay.
The whip is kind of just relaxed at his side. But isn't like he's not actively whipping the boy anymore, and he's just kind of ignoring him.
Okay. Cool.
I also realized I forgot to do something else for Twitch. Give me a second. Forgot to update which campaign was up on the extension.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry.
Bless me again.
Bless you.
Soon tight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Hatch! No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, there we go. Should be updated properly now. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So you want to go up and talk to the young man.
Mm-hmm.
Yulakin's just gonna kind of hang back and not do much of anything now and wait for the party to regather.
Sure. So Alexei is just hanging there. His wrists are bound over his head, and he is just leaning against the center pole.
Leaning back or leaning forward?
No,
Leaning
forward. Like his forehead is braced against the center pole, and his back is of course exposed because that's where he was being whipped. So,
Okay.
would
Now,
you like
is
to
it
say
like
something?
his hands are tied up by something, like hands are
Rope.
roped and then there's a rope tying him up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like his wrists are tied together, and then there's a rope in the connection between the two.
Okay.
That is held up further up.
Cool. I'm gonna cut that rope. Not the rope that have his hands together, the one that's at the top.
As you go to do that, Luvash takes one look at you and says, "I wouldn't do that if I were you."
It's not letting him go.
No, but it has also not finished his punishment.
You can finish it later. Do you want to find your daughter or not?
Nix.
How I deal with my people is none of your concern. If you wish to talk to him and maybe get more information out of him than I already...
Cut out. I missed that.
Sorry, what did you miss?
How I deal with my people.
How I deal with my people is my business. End of story. You can talk to him, perhaps get more information out of him than I have, but I highly doubt. But you are not to cut him down. His punishment is not done.
I'll put the knife back. I won't cut the rope.
Alexei looks up at you. And I mean, it's very clear that he's been crying from the pain that he's in. But, you know.
Alexei, was it?
Yes.
What happened?
Well, honestly, I turned and not even 30 seconds, and she was gone.
Do you guard her normally?
Yes.
Is she known to wander?
No. No, she usually plays here with the children, but none of the other children... Damn it, Alice.
Alexei played Despacito.
God damn it.
There is a mood here. Try not to cut it.
There is, but Hellish, I'll give you inspiration for that. No, she usually plays with the other children. But, like I said, I turned once, and she was gone.
Okay, why did you turn then? If you guard her normally, usually it's easy enough to keep track on someone.
We were outside. I heard something, and I turned what it was. You never know what can attack, and when I turned back, she was gone.
Where were you when this happened? Were you up here by the wagons?
No, we were, she'd wanted to go for a walk. So we were, headed just down to the bottom of the hill. We had gotten to the bottom of the hill. It's sort of near the trees, which is why everybody's in the trees and in the forest looking for her.
Down in the trees by the path.
Close to it, yes. Like, you don't see it on the map, babe, but basically all you're seeing is the clearing on the map. But like, if you scroll down to the bottom, you see what it looks like.
With the trees around it?
Yeah, like with all the trees around it. So they were headed just down to the bottom of the hill into the trees. So
So they weren't super far.
Did
No.
she mention why she wanted to walk?
I mean, children get bored. She wanted to go for a walk. What harm could there be for going for a walk?
Obviously a lot when she goes missing.
Yes, I clearly know that now. Thank you. I'm not frustrated with you. I'm just
Dealing with punishment. I
Yep.
understand.
And while I appreciate the gesture, please leave me here.
I wasn't cutting you away, I was cutting you down. Sometimes being a little bit more relaxed sometimes senses the want to give more information, but if you're obviously just telling me everything you know, then I guess
Which is
there is
nothing
no
more
need.
than I haven't already told him. So, but I appreciate you trying. If you find her, I hope she's in one piece.
For your sake, I would hope so too.
And not just for my sake. She's a good girl.
Obviously, she's needed for something. Okay. Nyx will leave him be.
Okay. I need to double check something real quick.
Nix just sees me kind of like this, cross-armed as she, it's just kind of like,
So with Gwinsarda and Ophi, Argyle steps up next to you. On my way back to the camp after my niece went missing, there was a man, looked kind of like a fisher. May have been one of the local fishers up on Lake. Hang on, I will find it. Give me a sec. Where is my world map in this book? Come on. It might have been one of the fishers that goes out on Lake Zarovich, just north of Valaki. I'm not sure. They seem to be carrying a bundle, but it was completely covered. They were in a sack. I couldn't tell you. Also, be prepared for the overlay stuff to change.
Mhm.
But I couldn't tell you exactly what it was, and with my brother being in his state, I don't want to tell him. He'll run off half-cocked, and that's never good. But if you're gonna go search for my niece, it might be a place to start.
Sounds interesting. What do you know about them? Any more details other than they're fishermen?
No, I don't have much more information than that. I tend to stay out of Valaki. Burgomaster, he gives me the creeps.
Well,
You
he's
don't
not
have
a
to worry
problem
about him
anymore.
Gwen looks at Ophi and just smiles.
wow.
He just leans against the wagon. Oh, really?
That's what we've heard.
Oh, you want to roll me a deception check on that one, please?
Yeah, just a sec.
Also, welcome, Jordy.
Huh?
To get you caught up, while you were gone, you were off helping the priest. The group has decided, in their infinite wisdom, to deal with the burgomaster,
Mm-hmm.
and they have left Valaki post haste.
So they just like slaughtered this man and left.
He's
Slaughtered
extremely
this man.
dealt with.
Slaughtered this man and his wife, and left.
She just wouldn't
Yeah,
stop
He's
well,
singing.
good to
They
know
they
that
collected
you
you.
guys.
They collected you on their way out. So you are with them at this Vistani camp.
Good
And
to-
also-
yeah.
And also, without any cause or reason, you have a silvered hammer now.
Righteous. Well, it's
Yes.
good to know that.
Hey,
Not related. It's not related at all.
It's not related. Nothing. Not at all.
Good to know
went
you guys
out-
did those Cernox things without me having to be here, so very good.
they basically they went out early in the morning, did something at the burgomaster's house, came back with a silvered weapon for you, so you now have a silvered warhammer.
I
It's your
mean,
silence money.
Dragon Man has shiny weapon. Dragon Man, it's not going to complain.
And then proceeded to drag said Dragon Man out of Valaki, along with Irina and Ismark.
Sounds good.
So I rolled an insight check of 4 against your deception check of 7.
Awesome.
He's as incredibly dense as you are, Sly.
Not quite. Not quite. He nods his head and then just kind of taps the side of his nose. You know, and then of course your conversation
I understand.
meanders on. But you are both very proficient with the way that he talks, because you both also speak this language. And he asks you point blank, "Did you kill the burgomaster?"
We didn't. The big guy over there did.
Not personally.
But you, as a collective, killed the burgomaster.
I was upstairs dealing with the wizard.
They have a wizard?
Guilty
Apparently
resist-
it was a son.
Interesting. Interesting. I wonder if I could blackmail him. Could be fun. Well,
If you get into that, let me know.
I will. You seem to be more of the blackmail type. Whereas you, my dear, you might need to go talk to somebody here in this camp.
Oh, and who would that be?
His name is Casimir. And he might prove useful to you. His hovel is down at the base of the hill, other side of the camp. So if you just scroll down to the bottom of the map, it's the only one that doesn't have a roof!
Okay.
It's the only hovel without a roof!
I'm assuming the rest of them are pretty much the same.
Yeah, like it's
Layout.
all the same layout, it's just that this one is a specific one for you guys to go to. So yeah, so now that you guys have that information, those that are still in the tent, what are you guys doing?
Wait, what tent are we in?
Is that like me
The
and
one in the
Nick's?
center of the map, Jordy.
Okay.
Is that like me and Nick's?
My Nixon Crom, yeah.
Yeah. I'll wait till we're out of earshot, as I guess we leave the tent. And,
Yeah.
And I'll look up to Nixon and say I don't trust that long.
You're cutting it in and out.
Yeah.
I don't trust that long-haired guy, Argo.
Well, he's going off with 2 of our party members, so.
As you guys
So-
exit the tent, you kind of see them, the 3 of them standing down next to one of the wagons. Not really like being conspiratorial, but you know, the conversation is very muted. Like you definitely aren't gonna hear it if you're until you walk up next to them, and then you have no guarantee that you're gonna understand what's being said.
Right.
There.
They just that guy sent me this letter. Is all.
He's the reason why you're here.
Yes. And now that I know everything's been a lie, I don't know. I can't trust that.
Good. trust in this whole town, country, doesn't seem to be wise.
I see that. Should we collect the rest of our party members and begin our search?
Yeah, we should.
Okay. That's valid. You're valid, Duranox.
Cyranox, stop looking at this. Stop looking at the Warhammer.
Okay.
I got lost in my reflection in the Warhammer. Is that what it is? Is that what happened?
Oh my god, no, he was just sitting there polishing it so he could use it like a mirror.
Fucking yikes.
Sin is like, I am a pretty lizard. Yes, I am.
Not when my beak gets a hold of you.
Okay, wait, what's going on? Okay. I'm sorry, friends. I was shining.
Polishing your
Okay.
chrome.
Yes.
We're gonna go find a kid.
All right. Yes. Let's save the child.
She's been kidnapped, apparently.
All right. Evil must be dealt with. Let's go deal with the evil.
Let's.
You know, I'm actually really glad that Jordy missed the beginning of this because it would have turned into the exact same situation we had, Hellish.
Oh God!
Do I want to know, or should I just happily keep
Nope.
myself?
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
No,
I will.
no,
I will.
no.
Remind me. I'll tell you after game.
Gotcha.
Okay. So moving on. You walk up next to Gwensarda and Ophi. The conversation sounds incredibly banal.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're discussing the weather.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely like they're discussing the weather and how the businesses are going in this day and age and currency and like it's currency and stock exchange and honestly, you guys don't really understand why it seemed so important that they needed to go talk about this off to the side.
I'm
Sounds
just
like a
ignoring it
conversation
at
they
this
could have
point.
had in front of everybody, but you know,
There's a stock market in Barovia.
well, there is now.
This is
So
the
what
most.
did you say?
This is the most intense
Are we sure
weather
it's not a
conversation
blood
we've ever
bank?
had.
I don't know. Maybe there is a blood bank. Who the fuck knows? All the rest of you know is that this conversation is ridiculously banal.
Boring. I've stopped paying attention after the first word of weather.
Yeah, no.
Weather?
I'm actually
Nothing
gonna
else.
throw my spear down the hill and hit a tree, and then snap it back.
I'm gonna look back at my Warhammer.
I'm dealing with a group of children.
Aragol bows to the pair of you and wishes you the best of luck on your journey.
We'll be whispers in the wind. Don't worry about it.
Good.
Thank you.
Of
We'll
course.
see you again.
Hopefully soon. And hopefully with my niece in tow. Good luck. And then he goes back into the main tent.
As soon as
Let's
he's out
go.
of, as soon as I think he's out of earshot, I'll fill Gwensarda and Ophi.
Well, we got a lead.
We got a couple leads.
We have a third lead.
I'm gonna go down and see where she got kidnapped.
We may want to stop on our way down.
To
There's
where?
a gentleman by the name of Castamere. He's just
Casimir.
Casimir, sorry.
Does it rain on the plains of Casimir?
I'm gonna fight.
Like, I can only give you 1 point of inspiration per session, okay? Don't waste all your good ones.
So he's in a hut down at the base of the hill. We've been told he may have some information that's important to us before we head off.
Okay.
We should stop
Okay.
there for.
I will join you with this Casimir, since I'm very good with people.
You're not.
Eh,
No.
I'll join you. I'll join you, Concerta.
And I
I'll
will
go
go
see
with Crom to
Crom
the base of the hill.
Okay. Well, actually, the base of the hill that you guys need to go to is in the same direction. So, make my life easy. Down this way.
Right. We'll split up. We start walking together.
This is awkward.
Okay, bye guys. See you later. Starts going up the same escalator.
Still hanging out. See you tomorrow. Shit, we're about to
Everybody
have
leaves in the
midnight.
same direction. Standing quietly in front of this house, bathed in the warm light of its lanterns, are 3 sullen, gray-cloaked figures, their angular features and black flowing hair half hidden under their cowls.
That's a fireplace. You guys are at. The front door is over here.
Jordy, if you take a look in the upper right-hand corner of the map, you see that your pug is already on the map.
Well, I'm blind and stupid, so give me a moment here.
Crom, you're
Okay,
still
I did the
missing
same
on my
thing.
screen.
Yeah, I still don't.
Oh,
exist.
are you still missing? Okay, sorry, apologies. I will, let me rectify that.
I'm using my imagination as I should be.
Bring back my boy.
Allow me to rectify that.
You're taking the extra step of the D&D initiative.
Ugh. Future!
Future.
SpongeBob.
Alright. The 3 of them, 2 of them are kind of like leaning against the wall, while the other one, just kind of stands. Doesn't really slouch, but he's definitely not standing fully upright. Seems more like he might be braced for attack in case one is coming. Can we help you?
We're looking for the
Perhaps.
girl.
The girl.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be referring to the girl from up on the hill?
Yes.
Arabelle.
Yes. We know who she is. She?
We've been told that you may have information for us.
Us? No. We're just guards. We don't have information for you. However,
I see. Who is inside?
well,
Perhaps you would let us go by and talk to the person inside.
well, I might be so inclined. If you would be so inclined to leave your weapons out here.
Yep. That's not gonna happen.
Well, I'm sorry, but I can't let you in to see our leader if you're not going to. This is a place of peace.
Oh boy, okay. Well,
Pieces will
So-
be taken by the weapons that hold them.
I will give my crossbow and my spear of returning to this person.
They're very reverent with the weapons. Like, they don't just toss them off to the side, like there's a bench and they set it down. Like, they set the 2 weapons down next to each other. And then look at the rest of you.
I put my rapier and my short bow down.
If you wouldn't mind all of your weapons, please.
I've put my 2 short sword, my short swords and my rapier down.
Oh.
What else? There's just me now.
Mm-hmm. And we're not going to talk about the dagger that's in your boot or the dagger that's hidden behind your back.
All of your that's my favorite scene from action movies. All of your weapons. Ting, 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 ting.
Sorry about that. They're just,
I know.
part of me that
Second
I
nature.
forget that I have them on. Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes, I understand. And just to be sure, so I don't have to reach down there. You don't have one head hiding in your bodice, do you?
you touch that at your peril.
Well, I mean, you can just disarm yourself if there's one down there. That's all I'm asking.
Take my daggers out and put them down, and everyone else can wait out here, and you'll hear us if we need if we need help. I'm pretty sure Yaklin and I can go in and see what's going on.
Fine by me.
I'm sure it won't take them long. And then they step back and open the door for you.
So we enter.
Yeah, the two of you who have
Yeah.
disarmed yourselves can enter.
Mm-hmm.
Ophi starts pulling out some rope and she ties a knot around her waist and she hands the end to Nyx and says, "Hold."
Where's this going?
Okay.
And then she casts levitate on herself and just floats in the air.
What a great use.
I'm
This
sorry,
is exactly
did
what
you-
Wizards of the Coast had in mind when they came up with the air genasi.
Did you just make yourself a fucking balloon?
Yep.
Okay.
He's
If I walk
distracting,
with
that's
her in the
okay.
trees, you'll know where I am.
Fucking great. So if you guys take a look at the NPC images that I've given you already, if you take a look at Izix, there is 2 other figures on this as well. You would be looking at the one on the left behind
The hood?
Izix. Yes, that is Casimir.
Okay.
Mm. Then it's really good that I didn't go in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good that I didn't go in there either.
Good day, Casimir. We've been told that you may have some information for us.
There's a curtained area, so like this is a vestibule type deal, and the curtains are currently open, and he's sitting in a chair by the fire, back here. And as you step in, he gestures for you to just sit down. He gestures for you to sit down at the table. And inside, you see that it is decorated with statuettes of elven deities in cubby holes along one wall. So it'll be this wall over here. And there's a tapestry of a forest that hangs on the opposite wall, so the side that you're on, Gwensarda.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns the chair to face you both a little bit more. I might have information, and I might be able to help you. However, you would have to help me first. Or help me in the process, depending on what it is that you need.
Continue.
You see, I have been burdened by dreams sent to me by my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Patrina Velikovna. And her spirit has been languishing in the crypts of Castle Ravenloft for centuries. And recently she has been coming to my dreams and telling me of, well, how she has repented and had a change of heart.
Mm-hmm.
So I must ask you, then, what is your goal here in Barovia?
At this point, to find Arabella and find our way back to where we came.
And how do you plan to get back from where you...
That's what we're investigating right now.
Kind of
We
working on that one as we
believe
go
it'll
along.
eventually wind up being at Castle Ravenclaw.
Ravenloft?
Ravenlaw. Sorry.
We're in Harry
But-
Potter.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a wizard, Quinzarda.
So
I stick
then,
my
if
head in the
I'm
door.
Leviosa.
Sorry, beside the point. Keep going.
so if I'm not mistaken, then you have every intention of trying to kill the devil himself, because you realize that the only people who can get in and out of this domain are allowed by Strahd, and if Strahd is no longer here to control it, then you're home.
We'll cross that
makes-
bridge when we get to it.
That does make
Well-
logical sense, though.
It does. So your sister, is she being kept a prisoner there? Or is there more to it?
There is. I mean, she's been dead for some centuries.
See.
This is more of a
What is it
case
you would-
of I can bring her back.
Hmm.
Aim to resurrect your sister.
Yes. There is a temple here of some renown. However, I cannot divulge the information unless you yourselves agree to help me kill Strahd, which gets you home and allows me to do what I need to do.
That does seem mutually beneficial, but he's, I mean, strong, isn't he?
Well, of course. But even a devil can be killed.
Hmm. I'd have to discuss it with the party. We don't make decisions alone. Your guards have stopped them from coming in.
No. My guards have not stopped them from coming in. They have chosen to stop themselves. Because
Well,
they refuse to
don't-
be unarmed. As I, myself, am unarmed. And then you realize that he's not actually lying to you. He is unarmed. His weapons are actually hanging on the back wall by the door.
Mhm.
I need
People
perception
target-
checks. I need
Sure.
perception checks from the two of you, please.
Oh, I
People
suck
with
at that.
people with the
Nubbly?
ability to cast
Oh,
spells
see?
are
Told
never
you.
really unarmed.
Give me a perception check, Dekka. Well, it's okay. Well, neither of you
Christ.
noticed it. So he's unarmed. His weapons are hanging on the wall in the back, like by the door. So of course, go discuss with your friends. But you could do worse than have a guide who knows their way around these lands significantly better than those two humans you have with
Hmm.
Yeah, it'll be considered. Let's
Why don't-
let's go, Quinton. Unless you had
Sure.
something
Why
else.
don't you go? Why don't you go out and explain the situation to him, and I'll wait in here.
Okay,
It'll be okay.
I don't. I walk off.
Okay.
So you
Uh,
are willing to help us as a group? Is there more information you wish to share with me?
No, I just need your decision.
Okay.
Should you decide to help me, then I will help you. It is a quid pro quo.
Hmm.
One does not do anything for free.
Of course not. Would not expect you to.
I step out and I look up and I see Ophi still floating up like a, I don't know, like a kite.
A pretty
Just like,
balloon.
Yeah. If you guys can come over here for a sec, we can start discussions.
What are we
Well,
discussing?
So this person aims to kill Devil.
I assume you mean
As-
Strahd.
Yes. And it's one of it's a quid pro quo situation where, we help them with their goals and they help us with ours.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Has he given other information other than we can work together?
No, he wants us to agree to terms before
He did
further.
mention a temple
Yes.
with which you have been told holds the power of resurrecting somebody from the dead, but that's all you were told.
I must be
He
talking
mentioned
about
a
the
temple.
Amber Temple. What is it? Amber Temple? Is that what it's called?
Mentioned a temple that has the resurrecting abilities and says, but that was about it. But he wants us to agree to terms before we start, really getting into it.
Hmm.
I don't like it.
I
You
don't like
wouldn't?
anything here. I don't like anything here.
But I mean, this is pretty standard form. Like, this is stuff that Nyx and Crom have encountered quite a bit.
Mhm.
You know, we're not going to give you more information until you agree to help us.
Yeah.
Curious to see how he wants us to help.
Mm-hmm.
Does he expect us to do
Exactly.
all the work? All this time, Nyx is like pulling down the rope so Ophi can be part of the conversation. If she's gonna
She's
float, I'll at
listening.
least bring her down. Yeah, but how long is that rope? How high did you go?
It's
20
50 feet up.
It's like a kite.
Yeah, I'm just reeling her in a little bit. It's fine.
Cool pantomime V.
I don't mind. I don't mind accepting these terms. As long as they're not in our way as well.
I'm curious to see what
I-
he wants.
I think
It's
we can
the
agree to that.
ending.
I think we can agree to that. Yeah.
Mm.
Now I'll walk back and I'll just kind of like lightly touch my spear and then walk back inside. I'm not taking my spear. I'm just touching it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I walk back.
For you.
Yeah.
Pointy bit.
Don't lose hope on me. I'll be back.
I walk back in and I'll just say they seem to agree to terms. It just as long as we stay out of each other's way after the fact.
Very well. Again, well, allow me to gather my things and then we can talk. Finding that child is rather time sensitive.
I agree.
You watch as he stands, and the thing that you two didn't notice before is he has two book holsters. Actually, they are leather contraptions underneath his arms, and each side holds books.
This
Oh
boy.
god, he's a nerd.
There is, there is a leather-bound book on one side and then another one on the other. He grabs his like a long jacket or no, like a long coat and a cloak. Walks to the back of or to the where the front door is of his hut, and arms himself with his weaponry. Before
Sure.
he opens the door and
Armed.
gestures for you to leave.
I go outside and rearm myself.
Mm-hmm.
I do the same. Actually, what I do is I'll come out, I grab my crossbow, and just my spear returns to my hand like that. I just keep walking like nothing.
Well, Duck, I would like to point out that we have gone for almost a month having your character on stream and did not notice the typo on your name.
I don't watch the stream back, I guess.
I
Subconscious about my own
will
voice.
fix that. I will fix that tonight.
A fool.
Right.
Anyway. So you have you now have a new companion.
How fun.
Yay!
Crom, he steps out, and you do notice the 2 book holsters before he closes up his cloak from the chill.
The chill.
You see them books. Glare at him.
Let me get them books. Let me get them books.
Hey,
We're
baby,
about to
get
get-
this book.
I want to do all the learning.
I'm just low key gonna be like, I'll show you yours, or you show me mine.
Wow.
Please.
Please
Like this.
don't.
No. It'd be like a dog at the end of the chain. Ceradox is just pulling me back.
Ophi
It's-
just floats
it's-
over the wind. Stop
it's the
comparing sizes.
It's the merchant from Resident Evil 4. What are you buying?
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty
all of that hilarity aside. So you wanted to head down to the bottom of the hill to find
clues.
Do a little bit of research.
do a little bit of recon, as it were. I mean, you are easily able to do so.
And
Yeah.
do we find anything?
Well, somebody needs to give me a survival check.
I want
Yup.
Survival? Excuse me?
You heard me.
I will take the help action. But too late.
Rip.
Can I... Do you want me to just do another roll since he called that, or no?
Sorry, give me 1 second. I said I was going to do it tonight. I'm doing it right now. Between the 2 of you, because you're very much used to looking over your shoulder and looking for signs that somebody is following you,
So you're taking
You
our 10
guys-
and our 14 and making it a 24?
no. You guys are able to find some footprints,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not a lot. And some of it may have just been the Vistani themselves going out into the woods to look for this child.
People and their stupid decisions.
Are there any me-sized footprints?
Give me another survival check.
Who?
Probably me.
The one who asked.
Yep.
You're lacking.
Rip.
Ooh.
No, not that you can see.
This is why I took the help action.
I take out a piece of paper and some ink, and I start drawing on it.
Okay. Also, V, just so you know, if you take that file and save it with the exact same name of what you have, on.
I get where you're going. You're good.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
I was like, she's not gonna get there. Let me just...
Yep.
Finish
Thank
it
you
off.
for. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. JT, you do that. And you detect nothing.
Figured.
There doesn't seem to be any magic. Sorry, let me rephrase. You detect nothing for what you're looking for. From behind you with your new teammate, both of the books are glowing next to his chest, and a ring on his finger is glowing.
Hmm.
I'm also hella glowing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, Yalakin is also glowing.
He's just a little tiny bumblebee in my eyes.
Now, we
Great,
were
great. Now you're
told
blind.
No.
that we may want to go check out the fishermen
Oops.
from Lake
Zerovech.
Zarovich,
Uh,
because they think they saw one of the fishermen leaving with a bag. He couldn't get close enough to figure out whether it was a body or not.
Mm.
So let's leave these people here to check the woods that they know better than we do, and why don't we head up north of Valaki?
Should we ask our guide if he has any ideas?
well,
He's
he
not a guy.
tells you that he can take you the quickest way to the lake.
Okay.
Which would be how long?
Maybe 6 hours.
That's fine. I don't see why not.
Hmm.
Ba-ba-dum.
Nix, any ideas? You talk to the man. You talk to the boy who was being whipped.
Well, he. Sorry.
You're good.
I was. He said, "Be right back," but that's fine. He said he looked away for a moment, heard a sound. This was. She wanted to go out for a walk, but he said she was good-natured for the most part. Nothing really out of place, except for the walk. But he just figured she was bored.
Hmm.
They heard a
Disappeared.
noise, though, which was the most curious of things, but he said he turned around and couldn't find the girl. He didn't know what the sound was. He just heard it.
Fishermen don't seem to be very adept at
Stealth.
stealth, unless they weren't fishermen.
True.
It's either something that was flying or something that was invisible.
Sorry, guys. I'm just going to move us to the world map.
Yep. Yeah, we'll do this as we're walking.
Yeah. Because you guys are pretty much done at the Vistani village unless you have something else that you want to do there.
Burn it to the
Set on
ground!
fire.
No, I'm kidding.
Please
Well,
don't
that
do that.
bitch that brought us here, we should.
Okay, so
Not the same Vistani camp.
Okay, fine.
Lake Yavarich is where we're going. Zavarich?
Lake Zarovich. Yeah.
Zarovich.
So, you guys would have encountered them probably somewhere over here, just on the other side of the bridge. And he is able to lead you fairly quickly, like back over the bridge and then through the woods, avoiding Valaki altogether, to get to Lake Zarovich. It takes you about 6 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Over the
At the
river and through the woods.
At the foot of
Right.
the mountain nestled in the misty forest is a large lake. The water is perfectly still and dark, reflecting the black clouds overhead like a monstrous mirror. Pulled up along the south shore are 3 small rowboats. A 4th boat can be seen in the middle of the lake with a lone figure sitting in it, fishing pole in hand.
He seemed to be the only person around.
Seems to be the only person around. By the way, your levitate. I don't think your levitate. What, last 10 minutes?
Yeah, it's gone at this
Yeah,
point.
you're done.
He's just
Come on.
I float slowly down.
I need perception checks from everybody, please.
Oh boy, I'm good at these.
I'm not.
Ooh.
That's a joke. I'm not
Maddie,
good at
can
these
you
at
roll
all.
one
Where are
for
you,
me,
button?
please?
Sure. Is everything okay?
I'm just not at my
Oh,
desk at the
you're
moment.
just AFK. Okay. Gotcha.
Whoa, shit! I got 22. Or 18.
A
Sorry. Diradox got 22.
So instead of looking, I'm getting a coin and like putting it down in the lake to like I'm getting a coin and like rubbing it, and then it like glows with light, and then doop into the water.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. So everybody who got over 15, which is Crom, Ophi, Gwensarda, and Cyranox.
Mm-hmm.
He is 400 feet out into the water. Okay? So he is quite a distance from the nearest shore. Like, we're talking like he is out in the middle of the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
We're the best fisher.
You notice two things. One, he has the fishing pole in hand, but there's no line in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And two, that boat is rocking just a little bit more than it should be for only being one person in the boat.
Mm.
But from where you are, you can't see anything. Sorry, you can't see anything more.
So who wants to go swimming?
We have boats here. Let's take them out.
Crom, you
Not
know magic.
particularly,
Do you
no.
know anything that could get us across?
No.
Mm.
Those wings from the bee.
Nope, not doing that again.
If only somebody didn't use their levitate ability so foolishly.
I mean, I can hold my breath infinitely.
Fair enough.
Oh, he just walks into the bottom of the lake.
Just like,
You know what?
That was a joke?
Maddie, quickly regretting her words. Please, please don't.
Okay, so
well-
here's also another thing I have to say. I've got a 600-foot range. I could just kill him.
True.
Excuse me?
I've got a longbow.
I mean,
no.
That's a severe disadvantage.
No.
you're at disadvantage with that.
I know.
But
Yeah.
you're right. You could try and just shoot him.
Well, it must be done, so it
What-
shall be done.
what do you-
I'm gonna start taking
Please.
off my armor.
Oh,
There are
There are
boats.
Xeronox, there are boats. Why are you trying to swim?
Starts putting back his armor on little by little.
No, there are boats.
They're right there.
Let's go
hold
fishing.
on.
It's like,
Jordy, let me reread this description for you. Pulled up along the south shore are 3 small rowboats.
Woman, I'm a giant dragon. I am the rowboat.
Nyx is getting into a boat. Who's joining me?
You're lacking
I
to get on my
got the
back.
boat
locking
with
him.
Nick.
You're lacking to get on my back. Adventure!
What?
As I start swimming.
No! I don't like this at all!
I guess, due to my
Crom must
size,
like
I'm
water.
gonna
This is the
take a
happiest
solo
I've
boat.
seen him in a while.
Man, honestly, I thought I was gonna have to actually write humorous situations into this campaign, and you guys are.
Do you
for
not
me.
know us?
Oh
Okay.
my god.
No. See, I want to be serious all the time, but I can't help it.
If
Too
you,
much
if
barrack
you try
in
to
you.
get, if you
Too
try to
much
get me on your back, I'm going to make you get wings again.
Okay, no, I recon that whole conversation. This has never happened. I'm serious.
That's what I thought.
I'm serious.
Okay,
Rumble.
so
Nyx
each
in
of
a
these
boat.
rowboats will hold 2 people.
Nyx
I'm
is
getting
already
on
in a
Nyx.
boat.
Nixon,
I'm getting on.
Nixon,
I jumped
Cyranox
on
are
with
in one
Nyx.
boat.
Hey, I'm tiny as hell. Does that still matter?
I mean, you could get on Cyranox or Crom's back without issue.
Slow, creepy head turn and smile.
Cyranox. Yes. With me.
You're not sure if Cyranox is your best option for this, considering the fact that his mouth could possibly open wider than your head is.
True. I'm not going with Cyranox. I'm sorry. The man tried to dash at me, so that's gonna be a hard pass.
The
Yeah.
Flumnart Tech Battle Bee is going to instead inject me, and I am going to fly.
Okay,
I'll solo canoe my way across this.
okay.
Yeah, I'm with Nyx.
Casimir says he is going to be staying on the shore.
Don't know how to swim.
No, I do not.
Oh.
He just fears the water.
Cool. Can I get perception checks for everybody, please?
I'm gonna roll my own this time. Get me better.
You
than
guys
that.
are about halfway, by the way,
So we're
in the
here.
water.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, where are we? Oh, there we are. Okay.
Yeah, you're about halfway.
That was my thing. I'm gonna get perception
You
right
you all watch as this man braces himself on his boat, and then you watch as he picks up this burlap sack and throws it into the water.
now.
I'm diving in.
In your armor.
I'm sorry.
In
I'm
my
sorry. No,
armor.
stop. No, stop. Jordy said it first. You are diving into the water
With my armor.
in
yes.
your armor.
I'll
Are
sink
you
like a
sure?
fucking stone, but I'll get them.
Okay.
I really want to get my spear out on this person as they throw the
Jordy.
burlap sack.
Give me an athletics check, please.
Don't throw me now, baby.
Your DC is significantly higher because you are in heavier armor.
It's pretty good.
Do you take the shield and the warhammer with you, or
No,
just jumping into your armor?
I'm just jumping in my armor.
Okay.
I'm
You
being
sink.
suicidal, not that suicidal.
You actually sink faster than that burlap sack is sinking, and that burlap sack is fighting to try and stay up in the water. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you swim towards this burlap sack. I need another athletics check from you, please.
Let's go! Swim like Dragon Man, swim!
You managed to grab a hold of this sack, and it is fighting you because it doesn't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the rest of you who are all up above the water still currently, watch as this fisherman sits back down with his fishing pole and actually puts a line in the water this time.
I throw a spear at the fisherman.
You
I
That's
was
the
gonna
bullshit.
say,
How far away are
that's
we?
the-
you guys are
You're
about
halfway.
200 feet.
Oh,
him.
never mind. I'm getting close.
Yeah, you're
I would
still
like to
pretty
get
far
closer
from
with
him.
him.
So let's
look,
get
see,
closer.
I'm hitting him with my short bow.
So you're going to stand up in a boat and hit him with your short bow.
Yep.
Cool. Can you give me an athletics check first, please?
Can I do acrobatics?
No.
No.
You managed to brace, but this is... Sorry, hang on. Where is this from? Sorry. The boat is just rocking. So you can take your shot, but you are taking a disadvantage because you are not practiced at firing at things while in a boat.
Not so good at naval combat
Fine.
we are.
I'm still gonna do it.
Nick's looking back at Crumb. This sort of chaos is actually quite entertaining.
It is.
And we have front row seats.
And we have front row streets. Crom, do you have anything to knock that boat over?
No. Just wait until they get close enough.
Okay.
I'm flying over. I'm still like, woo.
Jordy,
Yep.
give me another athletics check, please.
Baby, we're doing so good. What happened?
happened?
You are having problems surfacing because of your arm.
Can I start, like, stripping it? I'll let it sink. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you kind of just find, like, an empty section, or, well, I say empty section, but, like, you find a spot where there isn't body in this burlap sack, vice your teeth around it so that it doesn't, like, fall and you don't lose your grip on it, and you just start ripping pieces of armor off. Like, you start with your bracers, and then you're ripping off your pauldrons, and the greaves are just, like, kicked off, and, you know, you're removing...
Why don't you rip the bag open?
Thigh mail, because he can't
I don't need
surface
your
because his
logic
armor's
here,
too heavy.
Nancy, on your logic.
Hey. Let him make his
question to
decisions.
that, do you actually want me to take the plate armor out of my inventory?
Not yet, because you still
Okay.
have the chess piece on. For
Okay.
right now, give me another athletics check.
Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, we still had
There
it.
you go.
Jesus
And
Christ.
you break the surface with this burlap sack and just doggy paddle your way back over to your boat and just like put this burlap sack into your boat. And then you realize that you have a problem.
Oh, Christ.
How the fuck are you gonna get back in the boat without capsizing it?
I will literally just push the boat towards Crom and Nix.
Okay, so you are now just pushing the boat towards Krobenix
Yep.
instead of towards the shore, where Casimir might be able to assist you.
Nah. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure Crom and Nix are closer to me anyway, at this point.
Okay. Crom and Nix, you guys have gotten pretty much up next to the fisherman.
Within 30 feet.
Yeah.
As soon as I get within 30 feet, I cast Misty Step onto
Are
the
you
boat.
now on the boat with him? Okay.
Yep.
Nyx will help by cutting open the sack on Cyranux's boat.
Okay.
Once Crom's
Give
out
me
of the
that
boat, she's
attack
like,
roll, by the way, Wensarda. Remember at disadvantage? Oh, you did. Yeah.
I did do it at disadvantage.
You did. That arrow just planks into the
Missed.
water. You
Yeah,
missed
I know.
entirely.
Did you see this sack's full of fish? I'm murdering someone.
Crom, what are you doing?
So I'm sitting opposite to the man.
rock the boat.
Don't rock the boat.
Don't
Okay.
rock the boat, baby.
So
rock the boat.
that's what it is. What do I see?
You see a destitute drunkard.
Hmm.
He looks just. This poor man looks so down on his luck.
Man.
Raggedy hair. Looks like he smells like he hasn't bathed in weeks. Looks like he's on his last legs here. This poor man just wants a drink.
Hmm.
And he looks poor enough that he can't afford it.
What did you throw in the water?
Well,
Where did you come from?
What did you throw in the water?
Where did you come from?
This will be the last time I ask. What did you throw in the water?
Well, Vistani are lucky, aren't they? So, I threw a Vistani in the water. Maybe the fish will come back.
can I go Jason
Mhm.
Voorhees on this guy? Just pop out of the lake and just drag him down?
No. Not yet. Let Crom have his moment. Relax.
So that was the child?
Yeah.
Good. I grab him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I grab him. I'm not gonna throw him in the water. I need him alive.
He kind of looks a little surprised and he drops his fishing pole. And since no one is really going to catch this fishing pole, it falls off of the boat and into the water,
Kabow.
Mm-hmm.
where it hovers for a moment and then starts to sink. Nyx,
Mm-hmm.
as you cut open this burlap sack, this young girl sits straight up and just kind of like fights her way out of the hole,
Oh,
gasping.
please calm down. I understand everything that's been going on, but you're on a boat. You don't need to go back into the water.
You notice that her mouth has been gagged and that her hands are tied together.
We're taking everything off, boys. Hands quickly untied. Mouth quickly
Ungagged?
ungagged.
I want to do that in the opposite order though.
Mouth untied. Hands.
Let her do a thing.
So,
I still had
Yeah.
the knife in my hand. The hands were first easiest. I
Yeah,
put the knife
so
down.
once she's free, she says very simply, "Please take me home to my father.
I'll take you home. Come sit with me. She'll
Just want to go home. And like you watch as she starts to shiver because I mean she was in the water.
Yep.
Hey, Jordy,
Yep.
give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yikes.
Oh
Oh
boy.
boy.
Nyx is
I-
going to help this girl, yikes, move over to the boat with her and help, like,
Oh,
take her cloak and wrap it around the little girl for now.
Sure.
I hog tie the man. Sorry. I want to say.
Perfect. Okay. So you hog tie him. You guys are able to start heading back. On your way back, you realize that Cyranox is not moving.
Oh shit.
And it's almost like all of his muscles have seized, as if his body is going into shock for jumping into very cold water with armor on.
Where is he exactly? Like he's beside one of our boats.
So you are here, Crumb.
Yep.
Nyx is here. He would have been like here, like the boat's between you guys, because he's on the other side of his boat. And then
Do I
Quizar's
see
here.
him? Do I see him with like that as I'm flying? Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, he
uh,
just seems to have stopped moving, and his body's like curled in on itself, trying to preserve any sort of warmth that he has left.
So the bee and I look at each other and kind of like do the simultaneous nod thing, like in movies, and the bee goes down and boop, now he can fly with angry wings.
I mean, you
Pretty sure
do
I'm
that.
unconscious.
You do that.
I
However,
still can't fly.
he doesn't seem to have any sort of motor skills right now.
Gotcha.
Nah, I'm a ball with wings. Congratulations.
Um.
I tried.
Yeah, proper.
And then you watch as he starts to slowly sink.
Oh, God.
God.
I'll go in
Sam.
and grab him.
Okay.
Is there anything in the
Ophi-
boat that we can use to throw over him? Throw
No.
at him like a net?
Nope. Ophi, you said you were going in after him?
Yep.
Oh my god. Let's
Okay.
go.
Can you give me an athletics check, please? Beauty.
Oh.
This is actually rather interesting to watch. Ophi seems to be so light of foot that for about the first almost 6 feet into the water, it's almost like she's running on the water. Like, her weight just doesn't break the tension in the water before she dives in after Cyranox. And then you watch as she surfaces with him and starts hauling him back to the shore.
I'm beside them in the boat just in case she needs help.
Yeah.
Keeping pace with them. Because I'm not lifting him in the boat. He's just this big thing that,
But you guys are able to, like, tie the extra boat to the boats that you have and wind up back on shore. As you do, I just have to quickly check something, sorry. I don't remember what he has for spell.
Hey DM, what do my wings look like?
Yours, same thing as everybody else's.
Fair enough.
Demon.
Ethereal black demonic wings.
Okay. That is actually him experimenting, so
I want gold ones when I'm big.
I will zoop and
Okay.
end up at the shore.
Casimir reaches out to Ophi and Cyranox. He just reaches out his hands for the pair of you to grab onto.
I'll grab it.
As you do, you feel warmth radiating from his palm, and it spreads along your body. It doesn't dry your clothes, but you're not going to go into shock from being in that water.
Very nice.
And then seeing that Cyranox really isn't able to reach out, he just reaches out and puts his hand on Cyranox's chest. And the warmth, like, it takes a little bit longer to penetrate the armor,
Mm-hmm.
but you soon feel warm enough, at least, that you are able to function. And then he reaches out and does the same for Arabelle. You guys aren't dry, but you're not... So you're still kind of at risk for getting sick, but you're not in danger of hypothermia.
Very nice.
So, she has asked you very politely to take her home.
So what we do?
She needs
So-
to be... She's what, 7?
Yep.
She needs to be carried at some point. Nyx will just carry her.
Okay.
I've got the man.
Yeah. Under his arms, Nyx is like, I never thought I'd get to this point where I'd be carrying a child on my hip. I don't like it.
Well, she doesn't really want to be carried on your hip, but
yeah,
she...
but like if she's tired enough, that's where unless like just
No,
by
she-
the front. But
She says that she would be more than happy, like, if you were willing to give her a piggyback ride.
oh yeah, that'd be fine.
Can give her wings.
Do not give the child wings. Terrified. The thing's
Um,
already scared. She doesn't need to be frightened even more.
So, you are all able to make it back to the camp, and at this point, it is just too dark to travel. Dinner has come and gone. But when you arrive back at the camp, and I'm just going to drag us back over to Stani camp real quick. When you arrive back at the camp, you notice that the fires that were in the main tent they're not as smoky. It seems that they were able to find drier wood, so it's a clearer, like the smoke's not dark, and it doesn't make it very hazy in there. But there are Vistani out drinking and not necessarily partying, but they're having a good time. And, of course, pacing back and forth in the tent in utter worry is Luvash, while Aragal sits against one of the casks of wine, just watching his brother pace back and forth. Alexei is sitting, or he's not tied to the pole anymore, but he is still very much in here and restrained. How do you guys want to do this?
I walk in with the man.
Nyx will be walking behind Crom with the girl.
We're behind them.
Luvash
Yes, I am.
stops mid-pacing and looks. See this man. Who is this?
I throw him to the ground. He's the one who threw her into the lake. He might have more information. I figured
Wait.
you'd want to be asking the questions.
He threw her into... Is she okay?
Nyx
At which
steps up
point-
behind Crom.
Yeah, I was gonna say. At which point he notices Nyx with Arabelle, who is very tired and kind of sleeping on your back.
Aww.
I'll get ready to like pass her over, but also be like, I need that cloak back.
He takes her from you, and instead of handing you your cloak back, what he does is he hands it off to one of the other Vistani that are in the room, and they pin it to the side of the tent. But you notice that they've pinned it next to one of the fires so that it dries.
As long as I don't forget that, that brings my AC up to an 18.
And then you watch as Luvash, without saying another word for a moment, leaves. And he's gone for about 5 minutes before he comes back without his daughter.
Put her to rest? It's not great.
I did. You have my...
Phrasing.
You have my eternal gratitude for bringing her back safe. Alexei, you are off the hook. But you ever let her out of your sight again. And he just lets the threat hang. Doesn't say more than that. He doesn't need to. One of the other Vistani go over, untie Alexei, and then take him to go get his back treated. Aragal is all smiles.
I can do that.
you are welcome to go with them to treat his back if you so desire, but they're not expecting it of you. At which point, then they say, well, we don't have much left, but there is enough here for each of you to sit down and have a portion for a meal. And they supply you with dinner.
Yeah.
Don't have to pay for it. Works for me. So works for
Mhm.
Crumb because I don't have to pay for it.
I take a plate of food with me as I'm going to go like work on that guy's back like this. Yeah, you see that right there? Here, I got a bomb for that.
So, you are able to help this group. Since you don't really have tents of your own at the moment, you are instead offered a place in the main tent to lay down your bedrolls and sleep for the night, if you so desire.
I prefer to sleep outside.
As you say that, you hear the crack and crash of thunder and lightning, and then rain starts to fall.
Looks like I'm sleeping inside.
Oh.
Mm.
Casimir
Yes,
excuses himself partway through the night to head back to sleep in his hovel for the night.
we can set up a watch if we're worried.
No, I'm not worried. Mouthful.
All right, so so we're at a rest pretty much.
Yep.
Okay, so I go up to a Yalakan.
Hi.
I noticed that you have a whole bunch of I can't think of the words right now. Vials. There it is.
Yeah.
I noticed that you have a bunch of vials on you.
Yes.
So you understand magics or more science?
It's more of a science. I do have some magic. There's magic to it, but it's mostly the scientific study of magic. If that makes any sense.
Hmm. Interesting.
I'm not going around slinging the spell book. If that's what you're asking.
Mm-hmm. I need your help.
Of course. What can I help you with?
The cloak that I got in Volaki, one made of wolf's fur, the one I'm wearing.
Yes.
I want to put a spell into it, but I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to do it on my own.
That's something I'm currently researching, but it depends on the spell you need. What kind of spell are you trying to put?
I'm going to put disguise. I put a spell that'll allow me to disguise my.
Aha. I'm not quite there yet. It's on its way. It's something I've been really researching. But right now the things I can put into my into items are mundane at best. Lights, odors, messages, that kind of thing.
Hmm.
And he'll
We
take a
should.
coin and like rub it, and then there's a little bit of bright light that kind of sheds out of it. Just simple stuff. And he's
Mm-hmm.
like, shoo, shoo, shoo.
Well, I'm going to try and attempt this. If you wish to help me, by all means.
I would love to.
Good. And I start trying to attempt something. I have no idea where I'm going. How?
Okay.
How? Where? What? Where? Why?
That's a level 14 feature.
Whoop.
I'm
So-
not level 14 yet.
For you as an artificer,
Yes.
yeah, that's fine. This is something that we discussed out of game.
Okay.
Give me a D100 roll, please, JT.
Is it at some sort of advantage because I'm helping him?
No, it just increases the... Okay,
Sure.
you're not sure if anything happened, but you know you casted the spell. You know that infusing this cloak is working relatively like infusing a scroll would, which you also know how to do, but you're not sure if it's took. You might have to try it later.
Yep.
Those kind of things you also have to like attune to. So
Maybe.
that might be something to look into.
Well, I need my rest.
As do I. It was interesting seeing you cast magic. You don't seem to be a spellcaster, but it's refreshing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't
I walk away.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
I walk away before he even says that.
Story of my life. Now go and get some rest. Yeah, exactly.
And I go to my
Yeah,
bedroll and I sleep.
I will go to mine and also sleep.
Okay,
Question,
Next.
DM.
Answer.
With me firing off one of my arrows and they go in the leg, I can't retrieve it, so I'm down to 19
No,
then?
you are down to 19.
That's what I said. Okay, perfect, thank you.
Nyx,
Hmm.
are you doing the thing or are you going to wait till later?
Is it still raining?
Yep.
Nah, fuck it, we'll do the thing. Nyx
That's
is
foreboding.
foreboding. Nyx is flipping on her cloak and going outside.
Okay. I need you to roll me a stealth check, please.
Also preferably later in the night when everyone's already
Yeah.
asleep.
Yeah. That was the intention. Roll me a stealth check, please.
Ooh.
Nice. You seem to almost melt into the darkness.
Spicy.
Delicious.
How far outside of the camp are you gonna go?
She's gonna go to the tree lines.
Okay.
Maybe walk
And
into
what
the
are you
trees a little
doing?
bit, getting a little bit of cover. Until she can just like mutter to herself like, I don't even think this is gonna fucking work. And then she will call out for Strahd.
Okay. Give me a D100 roll, please.
Yep.
Nani?
Hmm.
Okay.
I don't want to have to kill Nick.
Well, it's a good
Hey.
thing you don't know this is going on.
Oh, no.
You don't hear anything while you're waiting and waiting. You know it's a fairly long distance from Castle Ravenlove to here.
Oh, but I also know that this is Strahd, and the man has
Yes.
many things up his sleeve.
Yes, you're right. You're right. You're waiting about 13 minutes.
Of course, of fucking course.
And you're about to turn to head back to camp because fuck this noise.
Fuck boys. I hate boys.
When you watch, coming out of the woods towards you, is this pale figure. His hair perfectly in place. His
Not-
clothing doesn't even look like it's touched by the rain.
Got that Kindle?
Blood magic. Sorry.
And then he steps up to you, leans against the tree that's next to him, and just politely folds his hands in front of his, in front of him with his legs crossed. It's that really casual look, like, I knew you were gonna call me.
I'm going back to camp now because I can't take this level of like arrogance. I gotta go. Yeah, no, fuck this. Actually, I'll see you in the next fucking life, you fucker.
My dear, you called for me?
You asked me if I wanted something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what you can do.
I can do anything.
Ask him for a car.
You see, I just turned 16 and I like got my license and I really want like this like pink Mercedes.
I want a
I
Porsche.
want a Porsche. It's
Fucking
gotta be
God.
pink. Actually, purple. Match my hair. Wrong. Nyx isn't 16.
Strahd, the fuck is a Mercedes?
Fuck is a license.
It's that new Griffin that came out.
Griffin just shows up. Here's your new Griffin.
Continue.
Did you say you
Wow.
wanted a vehicle? Your very own horse-drawn carriage! It only goes to Castle Ravenloft, but you don't need to know that!
I hate this.
You started this!
Yeah, I did. I really did. Actually, I blame Jordy. You can do a lot of things, like what? Give power, take power,
Mm-hmm,
bring the dead to life.
exactly. I can even bring somebody from another realm to this one if you would like for them to suffer for, well, all eternity. There is just one simple price to pay.
And what is that?
Well, you know what the deal is. I will give you anything you want. You just have to be mine.
Like a hired hand?
Oh, please. I wouldn't insult you so.
Yours as in how?
Well, as the Lord and, well, Savior of these lands, sometimes it gets to the point of boredom. And I find myself lonely in the castle by myself.
Ah, so a playmate.
Oh, no. Much more than a playmate. I'm looking for somebody strong at my...
You got out to add to your what? Add to your what?
I'm looking for somebody strong and strong-willed
Cernox.
to rule at my side.
As a bride.
As my queen.
As flattered as I am, I'm not from this world. You're looking for your bride, are you not?
I am. However, if she proves to be as difficult as she's been previously, I grew tired of the chase. And besides, I invited you and your compatriots for dinner, and you've yet to accept my invitation.
Oh, they don't like that. Don't expect an acceptance anytime soon.
Well, now that's just too bad. There's an entire meal laid out in... No poison, no ill will. I merely wish to talk.
If you wish to talk, come back on your third day. Like you planned, in front of all of them.
Will you have an answer for me?
My answer will be no then.
But will your answer change when not in front of them? Hold some sort of...
There's something you want. There's something I need to do.
And what is it that you need to do?
A debt, maybe, to pay off.
To who?
Well, he doesn't know it, but getting Crom home would probably be the best thing.
Is that what you wish?
That's the least I can do.
Because I can make sure he goes home. If you'll stay.
I'll consider it.
Think about it. I'll even give you an additional 3 days.
Oh, best show up on the days you've said that you would be there. I've already got suspicions of breathing on the back of my neck.
He unfolds his hands and he holds one hand out to you.
She'll go up and take it.
And he just gently brings her hand up to his lips and brushes his lips over her knuckles.
Gross. Okay. Sorry, that's just me.
Strahd's a fuckboy.
Shit.
I know where you're headed. And I know what you're going to find. As I quickly have to pull that up because I don't remember.
Strahd's like, I know where you're going. Hold on a second. Let me.
Hold on a second. The DM doesn't remember.
He pauses
Wait,
to load the information. He needs an update real quick.
Wait, how did you get here? How did you get here before us? Well, by all sense, this doesn't make any sense. by all logic, this doesn't make any sense.
You are going to find something of mine very soon. I would very much appreciate it if you were to able hands on the rest of it.
And what is it?
It's a book stolen from me by that bastard Octavio.
Okay.
And for your troubles, should you manage them,
You got out.
I know some of which you would like. And I'm sure that I can make it happen. Give me a little time. Until then, your party has 24 hours until I show up again. Good luck.
Be sure to.
And then he
put on a good
gives.
show.
I always do. And then he will kiss the back of your knuckles once more, and then fade into the darkness. And you hear the flurry of bats, which is then when you realize that the rain has started again.
You could at least let me get back to the fucking tent, you fucking asshole. God damn it.
And you think that maybe it wasn't that he was stopping the weather, it was just that area around him that was no longer raining.
Shitty, can you just...
He can do a lot of things. Controlling the weather is not one of them. No, he doesn't control the weather. The cloud cover is not Strahd's doing. That is part of the gift given to him from the Amber Temple.
Well,
Don't know any of that.
Well,
That
I
is
don't
all
know
out of
this.
character knowledge. That is all out of character knowledge for the players. Anyway, moving on.
I didn't want to know this.
That's okay. You don't know anything about what Nyx just did, so
Exactly.
Back to the tent.
you cool. Give me a stealth check. Give me another stealth check as you come back.
I'm waiting at the front door like a father.
Where have you been?
No. No. Okay, sorry.
No, Nyx doesn't do anything stealthy. She's just walking back into the tent. She's not trying to stealth it.
Oh, even better.
Then I really am there.
awesome.
As you re-enter the campsite, you notice, standing outside of the tent, leaning against one of the barrels, is Aragol.
Oh.
So, my dear, a late night Tyrus with one of the other Vistani?
Trist.
Or Trist? Thank you.
Trist. Yes.
Or perhaps something more sinister. Care to share with me what you were doing out there?
Do you really
Since
care
I've
about
already
that?
caught you.
I mean, catch me all you want. I go off on my own at night all the time.
Give me a deception check.
Oh, fucking yikes.
Punch him in the throat.
Because, remind me, how many days has it been?
Ooh.
I'm only on the 3rd day.
Only on third day? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
no.
about
Deception check. Deception check regardless, please.
I mean, I do go out on my own quite a bit. Right?
You do.
Right?
You do.
I'm a fucking vampire.
You're
I like
deceiving
night
you're
strolls.
deceiving him for something else.
Okay.
These are strong, independent undead who don't need no man.
Well,
Oh yeah, you beat him.
very well.
Yeah.
But I would suggest not wandering too far from camp. You never know what lurks in these woods.
Can't think I handle my own. Can't think I can't handle my own.
Wow.
I think you can handle yourself plenty. In a one-on-one In a one-on-one situation.
Do you plan to gang up on me then?
Would it be something that you're into, my dear?
I don't like where he's going.
This conversation just took a turn.
Aren't you
Like
not?
to know. Back to the tent.
he
Hair flip,
just
middle
laughs.
finger.
He just laughs. And then just as you're entering the tent, he says, I was joking, by the way. Have a good sleep.
I was not.
And then and then he heads off to the wagon.
Atta girl, you're learning from me.
I know what I said.
Oh,
Did I
He said I was joking,
stutter?
then he turns around and he's just like, shit.
Sitting there like,
Morning dawns. Sorry, let me rephrase. What else are you doing when you get back to the tent, Nyx?
oh, hanging up her coat and going to bed.
Okay. Everybody wakes in the morning to the sounds of children playing outside. The rain seems to have stopped. There are calls from mothers after their children to come back for breakfast, time to eat, and, telling other children to behave. And, it's a typical morning at a camp full of people. You have men stumbling, men and women stumbling from these carts.
Shall we collect what's owed us and continue on?
That feels like our best bet.
So we get the potions. Nyx gets her cloak back.
Well, it's not so much that you get the potions. He's willing to trade with you for better potions.
Should have traded the kid for
Mm-mm.
potions.
No, he said he'd give us the better.
No,
potions
he
if we
did
got this
not.
He didn't actually.
Our
Fellow DM is correct. He did not. What does
He said,
desire?
I would be willing to give you access to them for trading.
And what would you be willing to trade? What are the potions, actually? First, foremost, fuck are those?
Give me a perception check. I'll tell you.
I don't have eyes.
They are healing potions.
They're better healing potions than the other healing potions?
Yes.
They're healier potions.
Do we need healier potions?
We have 3 moss agates in a black cloth that we can give him for it.
Well, he says that each of those gems would get you a healing potion.
So 3 healing potions.
Does he have any others?
Not of this quality.
Hmm.
And then that's all he'll say about it.
I have a couple.
I think for 3 you should give us 4 potions.
Just for the good-hearted will of saving your daughter.
We did.
Sorry,
Save
how
your
much
daughter.
do you want, Mom?
4 for the 3 agates.
Sure. Of course.
Yeah, are these, what type of healing are they?
They're just regular healing potions.
Oh, I thought he was going to give us better ones.
Nope.
He probably has lesser.
So he gives you 4 regular healing potions. However, I need you to make a note that before any of those are consumed, you have to roll a d4.
A D4?
Yes.
Okay.
Please remember that. Keep those potions separate and remember where you got them from.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so just a question. Who has party treasury going on? Because I think we should.
Would you like me to give you guys a handout for party loot?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
might as well,
Please.
just to make sure that we.
Sure.
Like, if we're gonna start doing communal stuff, we might as well have it.
Yeah.
Who is it from?
Aw.
Who do we receive the
Luvash.
book?
Luvash.
No.
Luvash. Alright. There you go, guys. You should have access to it now.
Yay. While this is going on, Sorok's gonna step out, try to see if he can find some breakfast, maybe some spare armor pieces, and he's also gonna check up on the little girl.
Sure. The little girl is out with Alexi, who is back at his post, keeping careful watch over her.
Okay.
And sorry, one of the local women, notice that you're kind of just wandering around the camp and offer for you to come eat with them. It is just a simple breakfast of like toasted bread and they have porridge. It's a pretty simple breakfast, right?
Okay.
But yeah, they offer for you to join them for breakfast.
Sounds good.
But you are not able to find extra armor pieces here. Your AC doesn't change, by the way, Dirty.
Okay.
You
I'll
still have the
remember that.
chest piece on. But you may find that it's not quite as effective without those pieces, so you may want to find replacements, but you're not going to find the replacements here. You're going to need to find a blacksmith.
That is fine.
Maddie, to edit the loot party lattice, it says drop a file or choose a file.
If you scroll down, there are fillable sections.
Okay, there it is. Thank you.
Keeps taking me back. I don't want this. Get away from me.
No, you can't edit a handout unless it's in Rule 20, V, unfortunately.
Blocked and reported.
So, Casimir comes out in the morning, all dressed and ready to go. The rest of you are able to find campfires to have breakfast at. You are fed, and after your transaction with Luvash is complete, you are bid farewell and safe journeys.
Bye.
Nyx, you watch as Ergol gives you this self-satisfied smirk,
She winks and waves.
and he just puts two fingers to the tip of his brow and salutes you.
She'll return it.
And then he just starts laughing and turns in and kind of goes back to what he was doing before. And you are now on the road to Kresk.
On the road again. JJ's back here someday.
This
Can't
is
wait
Yeah,
to get
I'm here.
on-
I'm back.
Can't wait to get on the road again.
this is a journey that would take you about 7 days. Normally, but I mean, you're already a good portion of the way there. Well, I say good portion of the way, but with Casimir, you are able to take shortcuts and get there a little bit faster. Like, he's able to lead you through this dense section of woods to get you through it and onto the path and keep going. So, a journey that would normally take you 7 days to get from Balaki to Kresk, it takes you 5.
After
However-
2 days,
Wow.
hold up. After 2 days, I'm not doing this shit again. After 2 days, Nyx is pausing during one of the rests and talking with Crom about being fed before they continue.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. And you guys take watch one night, just the two of you, and are able to handle that in the privacy of, being alone.
What happens at the watch stays at the watch.
Wow.
Wow.
So as you're traveling through these woods, I would like perception checks, please, from everybody.
So we're skipping 5 days, right?
Not quite.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm just double checking to mark my tracker. That's all.
Yep.
I don't have eyes. I gave them to Crom. He's borrowing them.
Prom, take these. Keep them safe.
It's my
What?
best perception check.
The
Like,
eyes.
Just like plops out my eyes. Take these. Again.
Why?
what do you want?
I don't need them, obviously.
You're joking, but I actually have a character who can do that. That's a warlock.
Is it the labyrinth thing?
No, it's
What are we over here?
it's one of his invocations.
That's weird.
Whereabouts are we? Over here?
You guys would be like right in the middle of woods.
Oh.
Okay. You guys hear the howls of wolves, but are able to avoid whatever is coming
Oh, good.
with the help of Casimir and, catching this sound early enough. You guys make camp, set up watches, and it's relatively quiet. Can you guys get to the other side of the bridge here real quick, please?
Over here?
And
Yoink.
Alright, I will be right back, guys. I apologize.
Oh, there I am. I was like, where the heck am I? Oh,
In the middle of the lake.
Quick, everybody, pile on. I need a hug.
Well, Crom.
So,
So strange.
during that scene
Yeah.
with
Your
Nyx,
strange time.
all I could think about was the movie Crawl.
I don't even
Anyone seen it?
know.
I
It's been a
have.
while.
I like bring
Crawl
the
the
picture
Conqueror.
over. This like small zoomed picture.
Oh, it's a good movie. If
Imagine
you haven't had a
Conan
chance to watch it.
Conan the Barbarian, but a bit more camp.
that's
Yeah.
pretty. Depending on what
Probably
Conan
pretty
you're
science fiction.
watching, it's pretty campy.
Oh, absolutely. I got the book here somewhere.
Hi Twitch chat. How are you doing today? I don't have you open anymore, so that might be smart to open it up again.
Mm-hmm.
There
Oh,
it
shit,
goes.
I never opened D&D Beyond. Oh, well.
We haven't really
That's
taken
right, I
any damage, so we're okay. This gives me a
Just the
chance to.
emotionally crippled damage that we already all are.
What are you talking about? Ophi's a pleasant person.
Nyx is pleasant.
Somebody
No,
who
she's
actively
not.
floats is not a pleasant person.
We all float down here.
Shut the fuck!
I am not taking this campaign seriously.
I'm having fun with this campaign. I'm having a lot of fun.
Same here.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
not that I'm not having fun, it's just I don't respect this campaign.
Rip.
Rip Strahd.
I guess
Yeah.
I guess we know who's dying, y'all.
Straw just comes up like that one meme. I joke to you.
No, he just shows up. Omae wo shimeru.
Nani?
Terrible. God, I really don't ever have eyes. Have I rolled a good perception check yet? I'm just
I
asking.
don't
Not
think
that I've
so.
seen.
This
Once, but I don't remember.
This 14 is the best roll I've had.
JT, you don't have to lie to me.
I can and I will. Make an insight check.
I have
Insight.
what's that word? I'm good at those.
A low intelligence?
Wait.
Fucked up.
Proficiency.
No, it's not advantage.
You have proficiency.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, that one. The
Proficiency?
one Becca just said. Yeah, proficiency.
There you go.
Disadvantage.
Let me just go. and
Not
type it in
advantage.
there. There we go. Even with disadvantage, that's pretty good.
Advantage I have, not disadvantage.
Get out of my house.
Get
I am-
destroyed.
What is going on?
We're making V feel inadequate with our perception checks.
I am a fool.
Okay.
I don't think I've rolled a
Um,
good perception check. That was my question. I don't think I've rolled a okay perception check yet.
And then
It's-
Cromford lied and rolled a natural 20 on deception.
All around me
Okay.
are familiar
So,
faces.
sorry, I really had to pee.
TMI.
It's a natural bodily function, Jordy.
Says you.
You
I'm not getting into that. Anyway,
No, we're not doing that again tonight.
so
Everyone's a sinner but me.
you all camp out here, and I need who is on watch.
Nyx will take a watch at one point.
So will
Sure.
Ulfi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ophi,
Hey,
Stay
yo,
fun.
what's up?
can you give me a perception check?
Oh, right.
Hey, yo, what's up?
Throughout the
Perception
night.
check, please.
Hard 7.
He did.
Love it.
I want to still say throughout the nights, try to do the enchanting processes
Yeah, sure.
with my boy Yalakin.
Oh, we're taking a watch together, sure.
How do I fucking roll the
That
same
is
thing
what you
twice?
guys would be able to do great.
Alright, this time, however, you are unable to avoid the wolves as they descend upon you.
Oh boy.
Jesus Christ! We are not doing that many.
Do it, you coward.
No, don't.
Everybody's asleep, do it.
Okay!
Let's go.
Thanks, Hallish.
Hellish, remind me to kill you.
TPK! TPK!
You need to suffer through Curse of Strahd.
He's right.
How many dogs am I
enough.
gonna pet?
I love how you think that they're going to be dogs.
Everything's a dog unless you're a pussy.
I
I still
mean,
have my skeleton cat.
That's right.
yes!
Yay.
It is curled up around your neck, just very, like, it's following you around. Like, it's there, don't worry.
She's mine. I love her. Her name's Poppy.
It's a
Okay.
bony as shit scarf.
But she's my shit scarf. Initiatives? Is that what I heard?
As soon as I get the initiative tracker up. Yes, go for it.
All around me are familiar faces.
Familiar doggos.
Oh my god.
They won't let me
Oh,
pass
wait,
that.
Natural 1.
Where'd my hand go?
Are we rolling for initiative? Okay.
Yep.
Come on, baby. Not something
Roll-
low.
What's
Roll-
going on? What the
man.
heck? Why am I
Oh,
up here?
Big.
Hello?
Oh.
Brother, get the flamer.
Fuck.
The heavy flamer.
Get the
Oh,
shitty
no,
rolls out of the way.
Yeah. How many are we gonna have be fighting? Hey.
7.
Seven
Okay.
doggos.
So, all of the wolves except for the one that is marked with the yellow circle is a pack of 3 wolves. There are 3 wolves there.
Bring it.
The one with the yellow circle is only 2. Do the math.
A lot.
11.
3, 6,
15.
9,
14.
14.
14. 14. I know how many wolves I have there. Should
I
I?
was like, excuse me?
17 wolves!
14.
It's fucking...
Do I hear 12?
Nyx, it's fucking Zine all over again.
Dog.
I'm gonna burn a luck point on my initiative.
Okay.
Oh, so you chose it.
I'll take the 11.
This land-
Significantly better.
This land is home to many wolves. Their howls at the moment too close for comfort.
So wait, how far are they? 1, 2, 3. How far are they away from us? Like, is it still like 5?
Oh no, you guys are kind of camped like just off the trail. Yeah, like there was a small little clearing in the woods, and you're just off the trail.
No, I'm saying like, because we're at the world map. Is each square still 5 feet?
Yeah, no. Just make your life easy. Each square is 5 feet. It's
Okay.
as is for the ruler.
Okay.
Cool.
Just use your imagination. We're in the middle of a forest.
Works. For me.
I'm using my imagination. I'm a butterfly.
Well,
All right. Ophi,
Hey, Hey, yo.
These wolves are howling, and they're a lot closer. With your 7 perception check, though, you don't see them until they're bursting out of the woods at everybody.
That's fine.
Rip.
Just having a pleasant dream about dogs and now
So-
getting mauled by a wolf.
You're all awoken, so there's no surprise round.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going in the order for initiative here. So Cyranox, you're up first.
All right, let's go.
What? Oh,
Three of them?
getting attacked.
Yes.
Okay, so how would the armor?
No, your armor still functions as normal.
Okay, so the 19 and the 20 hit me.
19 and the 20. Okay, give me 1 second. I want to whisper these rolls. I don't want to forget and just put them in chat. It gets cluttered if I have my rolls in there as well.
Yeah.
So you are going to take 14 piercing damage total.
Let's go.
Next.
This is my turn.
Yes.
Perfecto.
I'm gonna refresh real quick. I got something stuck on my screen. It's driving me nuts.
We're going to now, if I remember correctly, I have. Yes, excellent. Cool. We're gonna change this from this to this. She's going to drag that blade across her hand. I just want to make sure it's doing the right amount of damage because I don't know if it went up in damage. It'll just always be 1d4 damage, right? No? Does it go up?
It'll go up. The dice go up eventually.
Okay.
They should have gone up already. At 5th level?
Gain a no. That's what I'm trying to read, and that's because I didn't see it before. Am I a fool?
I'm about to.
At 5th level, your Crimson Right damage goes to a d6.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you.
It's in the Blood Hunter chart, by the way.
Oh, okay, that's why I didn't see it. Because I'm a fool. Okay, she's going to drag her rapier across her hand and invoke ice, and she will go after these guys.
Okay.
1, 2. I get 2 hits.
Both of them will hit.
Mm-hmm.
14.
24.
Yeah.
She'll hit 2 separate ones.
Yeah.
Or unless they have bundled health, I guess.
I'm doing bundled health because it makes running combat for this many combatants a lot easier.
Okay.
It's swarm rules. It's fine.
This one is going to move forward. Crom.
Yes.
23, 15, and 18 to hit.
All of them will hit.
Okay. You are going to take a total of 19 piercing damage. Since they're right in front of you, Nyx.
Hit me.
20 and 23 to hit. Neither of them are crits.
Both of them will hit.
You are going to take a total of 13 piercing damage.
Okay.
Ophi.
I'm going to shoot the ones that are engaged with Nick.
Okay. That'll hit.
With that, I will burn an arcane shot.
Okay.
Oh, that's wrong.
Where did the sneak attack come from?
I'm a rogue.
Right.
Hey, prefer.
I knew that. Although your sneak attack only triggers if you have advantage, my dear.
No, I also get sneak attack if someone's engaged in melee combat with which Nyx is.
This is true.
I'm gonna fist fight some wolves.
Fist fight some awoos.
Fight some wolves.
You like this and you hit them too hard.
I've
You're like,
shoved Poppy
no.
into my bag because I'm like, wolves, your bones, please stay in the bag.
As Nyx punches the wolf, it's like a punch at into a pet, then
You
back to a
might
punch.
want to reread that, Hellish. Because it says you can deal the extra damage with a creature you hit with an attack if you have advantage on the.
You don't need advantage on the attack if another enemy or if
It's the last bit.
if another enemy of the enemy
Target.
is within fetch.
God, that is so badly worded.
It really is. SRTs, am I right, guys?
Okay, well, I mean, regardless, you're killing it off of your arcane shot and the damage from the arrow anyway, so.
Yep.
I don't think you get extra attack.
Nope.
Okay. Cyranox.
Okay, so curiosity, how much damage is that? Okay, so I'm going to wrong tool. I'm gonna step right here. Would I get hit? Would I be hit by a free strike by either of these tools or no?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna step right here.
Now you will.
Okay, that's what I thought. So
You're leaving threat range.
okay, let me check one quick thing. How far are you, my friend? Okay, perfect. I'm gonna stand where I am. I'm gonna smack my hammer against the ground, and I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians. Wait, yeah,
Spirit
both
Guardian?
ways.
Good spell.
What does Spirit Guardians do?
Basically, I make a 15-foot bubble around me, and I get to choose people who are unaffected by it, which I want to choose around my party. Anything else that is not that I didn't pick at the beginning of their turn, if they start within my bubble, or if they move into the bubble during their turn, they have to take a Wisdom check. If not, they take 3d8 radiant damage.
Okay. So it's the 11 and you're choosing Radiant?
Yep.
Okay. And you said it's a Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
What's your
That's
DC?
Spell DC is 12.
12? Okay.
Is
So
it
it's
on,
remember
only-
that.
How
Just
did
it's on
remember
their
that.
turn, right?
Yeah, it's only when they
It
start.
automatically does radiant damage. Sorry. Jordy, you don't get to pick because you're good
I'm
aligned, so
good.
they
Yeah, no.
they automatically appear angelic.
Yeah. Right here.
Not in Barovia, they don't!
Well, angelic
Actually-
or fey, but he's not evil, so it won't do the necrotic damage, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they have to be able to be necrotic.
Okay. However, given the fact that you are in the land of Barovia, you are used to these appearing like angels and like radiant beings.
So I can like link this to chat.
This is not what you're used to seeing. You're getting the feeling that it's still doing what it's supposed to, but this is not how it's supposed to look.
Mm.
Now, if I remember correctly, because I think V was using this at one point, or somebody
Grimly.
was, yeah, with Grimly. Doesn't this go off immediately as soon as he casts it, and then it's any time that they enter that area afterwards?
No,
Or
every
If
they
they
time
stay in the
turn.
Yeah.
area as well.
They have
I'm
to.
pretty
They
sure.
stay in the area. It's whenever their turn starts inside the area, or they walk into the area.
Basically, bee swarm.
Yeah.
So yeah, like they're supposed to be angelic for you, Jordy.
Yeah.
But they don't, like, they look like fallen angels instead of actual angels.
Okay.
Your little
Also, I looked up the spell. You're good.
That's fine.
Although I gotta fucking check this. Sorry. Cast spell. Affected by it. Turn there. Okay. So this won't trigger until their turn, but they're starting their in this bubble, so
Yeah, for example, the one that has
this
the
wolf
7.
will
Yeah.
walk
that-
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Anything else, Jordy?
Can I bonus action? Do I have anything that I want to bonus action? I think we're good. All my healings. Main action. Yeah, we're good. Actually, I'm gonna healing word Crom. Cause I saw him take a nasty bite.
A bunch
Few
of
of them,
nasty
actually.
bites.
Yeah.
Is Spirit Guardians a spell?
Yeah, it's a main action. Healing words is bonus action.
Yes, but Healing Word is a leveled spell.
Yeah.
You cannot cast 2 leveled spells in the same turn.
This is the first time I actually play a competent spellcaster. Give me a break here.
Nope, I know. This is why I'm reminding you. You cannot
Okay.
cast 2 leveled spells in the same turn.
Okay, then
If it was a bonus action cantrip, you'd be fine.
That answers my question that I was going to ask.
do I have a bonus action cantrip?
Probably not.
There aren't any bonus action cantrips.
Nope.
Nope.
Nah, that's it. Actually,
Fellow player.
I can burn.
It gets better.
Wait, so is this
Does it?
wolf next to me within striking range?
Yes, they both are. They're both within 5 feet of you.
Okay, I'll burn my. What's it called? Oh, I have to make the attack action. Never mind.
Okay,
I will pass. Yeah.
you're locking.
Hi.
You're up.
Ah! Wolves! Shit. He's gonna pull his spear out and be like, thunder! And then he's gonna arcane weapon on his spear of returning. And then he's going to make attacks on this twosome over here
Okay,
to make sure they don't hit our flank.
okay. Roll a hit.
Yeah.
Also, for the record, Deca, you have done that thing we were talking about. So you are now
Yes.
proficient in doing the thing.
Yeah. 13.
That'll hit. Meets it, beats it. Give me that damage.
Beats it. That's 5 piercing and then 1d6 or 6 thunder.
Okay. Do you have second attack
Rear
yet?
Huh? Yes, I do.
Okay, go for it.
It has to be a magical weapon, but I have a magical weapon. Second attack.
That'll hit.
Hell yeah. Stop that. 5 piercing and
They are
1
still
thunder.
standing, but you did pretty decent damage. Bonus action?
That was my bonus action.
Okay. It is now this one's turn. And it is going to come in and
Have to
engage.
take a.
Yes,
wisdom.
I know. Yep. It fails it, so it will take the 11 damage.
Poof.
But it is still going to attack you.
That's fine.
24, which is a nat 20,
Yep.
and 16 to hit.
Not the 16.
Okay. You are going to take 10 piercing damage from just that one wolf that managed to get a hold.
That is fine.
Winterna, you're up.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to move to here, which gives me advantage. And I'm going to use my rapier and attack the one between myself and Grom.
Sure thing.
Kill it!
That'll
Kill it,
hit.
dead!
21 will hit. Remember, sneak attack only triggers once.
I know.
Okay.
That's it.
So, bonus action?
No, I don't have one.
Okay. It is now this wolf's turn, and he is here, and yes. I'm saving. No, actually, I don't need a wisdom saving throw because he's not in 15 feet.
Yeah, I was double checking that. He's right outside.
21 and 17 to hit, Jeremy.
They both hit. However, on the first hit, after it does damage, I'm going to let me see. I'm going to use my reaction to go invisible.
Ooh.
I'll blink it right now.
Okay.
Where the hell did he go?
He disappeared.
Okay. Fair enough. For the record, the second wolf that attacked you, the disadvantage was 17.
Okay.
Which still hits you, correct?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay, so you're going to take a total of 19 damage.
Ah!
Crumb.
Okay.
You're up.
Yep.
Finally.
Yay!
I was like, did I miss JT's turn? Is he not on the initiative order? And then just we're at the.
I'm last.
So what are you doing?
I'm last.
But not least.
I take out my book, open it up, and I summon 3 rays of fire. I cast Scorching Ray.
Hell yeah. Are you targeting all 3 on the same one, or you do different raids for different things?
Different rays for different ones, but I'm just gonna.
Sure. So first one misses.
Fuck, I can't do that for portent right now. I guess I'll target the second one, which will be a 17 to hit.
Okay.
Out of my portent roll.
Yep. Which will hit. Which one is your second attack?
Which second one will go to? I'll go to this guy here.
Okay. Give me that damage.
Because I'm assuming this one here has not been damaged.
Not yet.
Cool. So, boom.
Give me the damage. You just have to click Scorching Ray in chat.
Oh. Whoops.
Rip.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Perfect.
Ew.
Gross.
Oh.
Alright, you've got one. Are you doing the 11 for your third one, or are you going to give me your third?
That'll be my...
Okay, that one misses as well. Unless you want to... Sorry, guys, please. Sorry.
Sorry.
JT?
Hmm?
Are you using the 11 for your third roll? Or are you giving me your third roll? 19 will hit. Which one?
That'll be the same one.
Okay.
But he's with me. He's got advantage, doesn't he?
No, I'm firing at this guy.
And
The
actually,
one-
technically, he should be doing them at disadvantage because he's within 5 feet of the thing, and you're casting a ranged spell.
Sorry.
However, he's in luck because the 19's at disadvantage anyway.
Oh.
Bonus action, Crom?
Actually, you know what? I would like to rage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This one here, Jordy, since it's still engaged with you.
Mm-hmm.
15 to hit.
But which one?
15.
Did it roll wisdom?
Oh, right. Yeah, it failed. So
So
it'll
it's
take the
11.
11 again.
And 15 misses me.
Okay. Because I know the 13 and the 7 misuse.
Yeah.
Nyx.
Gonna help my friend over here.
Sure.
Please, thank you, please. Wait,
Well,
you can't see me.
You
But
can't
yes,
see her.
please.
I knew he was around. Might as well give an assistance. I'm looking at my
Do it.
DMD Beyond sheet, trying to click on it to do damaged hits. Do I still gain
Nice.
advantage even though I know Yakin's not there?
Nope.
Piss.
Rip.
However, the 14 is going to hit. And you have successfully vanquished these wolves as well.
Perfect. That was 20. How
You
many movements do I have? 30? Cool.
You have 10 left.
Hi. Wait, can I move here for advantage with Cyranogs?
Yes. Although technically Cyranox is just getting fucking right surrounded. That 28 is absolutely going to hit. Just barely, though, if I might add.
God, that cold damage. Smarten up. I'm never gonna use you
15,
again.
18.
You hear a thank you as you
Like-
walk to the other wolves.
Just like, huh?
I'm waving, but you can't see me.
Would that have been 10 feet?
Okay. Anything else? Bonus action?
No, that was it.
Okay.
Hand on Glenn's
These
shoulder.
wolves.
Go murder.
These wolves are going to turn around because you're the last person to attack them.
Can I pet you? No.
Can I
Okay.
pet you?
Before they can turn around, can they get a wisdom saving throw?
Yes. They fail spectacularly, and actually they die from your group.
They go to turn around because I hit them, and they're like, Dumb dogs.
GG, Lizard Man too holy.
Please no booby.
Ophi, what are you doing?
Which of these have been hit?
They've both been damaged.
Okay, I'll attack this one.
This one?
Yeah, the one up top.
Sure. 26 will hit. Okay.
See, prime positioning. Everyone gets sneak attack off.
I don't think you have
They're
second
engaged
attack,
me.
right?
I do not.
Okay. Jordy, you're up.
Okay.
Sorry, before you continue, bonus action or movement, Hellish?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, perfect. Jordy, you're up.
Yeah, so that's the one that's potentially going to go next, which Crom can potentially help me with. Okay, so the one. Actually, which one's healthier, top or bottom?
You don't know. You can't tell.
Which one's been hit more recently?
I'm not going to
Top
tell
one?
you.
I said which
one.
one?
That's the one I just hit.
So I said
Pay
recently.
attention.
Recently. I'm gonna go at the bottom one then. I'm gonna use my big old warhammer. Yoink. Ugh.
Oof.
That is going to miss, my dear. So sorry.
Bonus action. I'm gonna increase trait so I can actually get a second swing at them.
Sure.
Which I
You took the attack action, so that is a thing you can do.
Okay, second swing. There we go.
That
go.
will hit.
Don't fail me damage. Okay.
Ooh.
As you summarily take care of these wolves.
Nice.
Yulakin.
Okay,
Hi.
so I need to shut this up.
Let's see. I will come this way. 5, 10. What's the range on this thing? You all see me take out my. Ooh. Oh, that's good. That's range.
No,
Okay.
nobody doesn't see you do a damn thing because you're invisible.
Oh, that's right.
No.
Right. Yeah, sure. Okay, so I go this way into where on top of like the wolf corpses.
Sure, I'm just gonna
And
move the corpse out of the
Yeah,
way so we can actually see.
And then I pull out my crossbow, and normally people would just see me like put a hand along the top of it, and I'm going to fire and poison spray this guy. I will post it in thing.
Poison spray on this one.
Yes.
Only one left.
Yeah, con save. Is that half damage or no damage if they succeed?
It's a cantrip, so it's no damage.
Well, you have summarily dispatched that wolf pack as well.
Y'all see me like blink back in, and there's a.
Oh.
Hi.
How much health do you have,
What are
Jordy?
you asking?
Current health.
Yep.
25.
Out of
49.
Okay. It's about midway through the night, so you would be able to finish resting up and get your HP back.
Yay!
But that is where we are going to call it for the week.
Yay!
So our players have successfully rescued a little girl for a Vistani encampment. They have started on their way to Kresk, and who knows? Hopefully things are going to go well. We're going to have to find out when they get there. But they are resting after confronting a pack of wolves.
A few packs of wolves.
And I look forward to seeing what our intrepid adventurers have to deal with next. So, without further ado, I would like to thank Nancy, who is my mom, for joining us as Gwensarda. Jeremy, who joined us as Yulakin. Jordy, who joined us as Cyronox. JT, who joined us as Crom. Hellish, who joined us as Sophie. And, of course, thank you to V, who is our streamer for Curse Estrad, also playing Nyx. And I am your DM, Madam Eva. And of course, as always, we'd like to thank our sponsors, D&D Beyond and Lucky Desk Cafe and Station Retro. As well, of course, we are off for the weekend. If you are looking for a live game, head to either Station Retro or Lucky Dice for some live games with our main DM, Captain Sack. Monday night, we are back with the Escorts, episode 3. I hope you guys are ready, because I am. I'm super excited. I can't wait for more Zastari and Ezra and all the rest. Tuesday night, we'll have some more Esper Genesis, run by our DM, Jason. And then on Wednesday, we are back with Icons, where the twins attempt to hack into Storm Chaser HQ, along with our very lovable Orsna, sorry,
Ortha.
Orsna Durtha.
Hi, that's me.
As well as a few other players. That is also run by our DM Jason, and then we'll be back on Thursday with Curse of Strahd. So, remember, be good to one another, and roar for initiative.